Hello, you're very welcome along to another edition of Taranaki Times. In this edition, we talked to Barnaby Weir of the Black Seeds, and they played at the Big Top in New Plymouth on the night before the All Blacks versus Ireland game. We also talked to Daniel Fitzsimons, he's the lead singer of The Smiles, who recorded last weekend at King Street Recording Studio. So hope you enjoy this edition of Taranaki Times. From Cameron Betts on the camera and myself, Anand Rose. Thank you. Great to have a few words here, Mr. Daniel Fitzsimons. How is the recording session going this weekend for you?
Oh, it's going mint, absolutely mint, eh? Just great. Haven't done the vocals yet, so I've put the bass and the drums down and the lead guitars and just doing the acoustic guitar, and can't wait to get the vocals down, you know.
It's the first time you've got your infamous song Goblins down, is that correct?
Yeah, I've done a solo recording of it about lots of years ago. About 15 years ago or something, but never with the band, no, so it's an anticipated release.
I was out at Taranaki Peace Festival watching Fat Freddy's Drop, and they were performing on the main stage, and it just so happened through time allocation that you were performing at the same time. So in the middle of Fat Freddy's set, I went over to support you guys, and there was a good crew of people having a good old dance and rocking out to The Smiles. How was that performance for you, and was it hard to be playing at the same time as Fat Freddy's Drop?
It wasn't hard because you don't really think about it, you know, you're just doing your gig. But the sound shell that they'd put up for the visionary stage this year was just amazing. Had a really awesome sound, and there was just, you know, foldbacks all across the front. Sound, awesome sound man, and so as far as that's the best sound I've ever had on a stage before, pretty much. For me, it was just brilliant. Yeah, it was great.
Do you feed off the energy in the crowd?
Definitely, yep. Just see everyone having a good time, and it's sort of like an energy exchange. So I'm rocking it out there, and then they're feeling it and mingling it with their energy, and then pushing it back, and then I'm getting that and going back and forwards.
What's the next 6 months in store for The Smiles? What would you like to see happening?
The next 6 months, we want to get this recording done and get it off to as many festivals as possible, to try and get into some festivals over summer. Yep. That's sort of the main aim. We're trying to get a couple of songs down, but also getting down for a future album, getting down more tracks for a future album. And we're just going to practice hard and try and pick up some gigs. We haven't played live with Tomo and Cole back yet. We have got a gig booked on the first one on the 24th of July at White Cliffs Brewery as a celebration of Mike's Mild Ale's 21st birthday. That's correct, yeah, I heard a little bit about that. So that's, at this stage, that's the first one, so that's a month and nearly 2 months away. Good. But yeah, we're just keen to get out and gig as much as possible, really.
Thank you, Daniel Fitzsimons, for talking to Taranaki Times today. We'll hope the rest of the recording session goes well for you.
Can I just tell a little joke before I go?
Yeah, we like jokes.
What do you call Kermit the Frog sitting in the bath?
I don't know. Oh, yes, indeed. There is only one Daniel Fitzsimons, so it's been a great honour to talk to the man himself today. I'm very pleased to be joined alongside Mr. Barnaby Weir of the Black Seeds. Happy days. Hello, Barnaby, how are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Yeah, very good to be up here, and got a show. It's been the first show in New Plymouth for a while, actually. And tonight we're playing as the kind of a warm-up, I guess, show in the street for the All Blacks game tomorrow.
How long have you guys been playing together now?
Yeah, well, the Black Seeds have been going since '98, so that's 11 years, coming up 11 years, and in different forms. You know, from a very amateur band with no album for a couple of years, and then the first album, and then touring, and it's always been a slow grow for us. We're not a flash in the pan kind of an act, and we don't change our sound really to fit, you know, fashion and what's fashionable. I think that the last 5 years there's been a blooming of all sorts of native reggae and ska and roots, and you know, all mixed up together, and that's really cool and exciting, and so there's been a lot of support, and for us over those last 5 years, and over the last 5 or so years, we've been able to travel overseas a bit more and get to America and Europe and and Ireland, and you know, actually we don't go there enough, but we enjoy going to Dublin and Cork, so yeah, we really enjoy it. But you know, it's also good to be doing a gig in the Naki.
Is it a good, strong, creative scene in Wellington, and does that help with your perception as when people look at your high design values on your music videos as well as your graphic design? Does that help you as a band with your profile?
Yeah, good question. It certainly does. I mean, we try to pull together teams of people that we like working on a music video for us. Often we have a song first, obviously, and you're like, okay, we need a music video, and finding the best idea and the best approach, all within budget, is really hard, because you know you're wanting a music video that looks like it's had 200,000 spent on it, but you've only got 5 to 10 or something like that. You know, so you're really asking these very skilled and professional people to give us a big discount. Really, our latest video is for Lovers Radiation. And that was done with thanks to Gareth at Nectar Films, and Joe Fish edited that one with him, and so yeah, we really like that.
Really good project that I admire that you've undertaken in the last couple of years. Obviously, with Fly My Pretties.
Right. Yeah, it's a good project. You know, we don't just go and gig all over the place like a gigging band. It's a special event, so we make it special, and it was extra special this time because I had some family. You know, my dad, who's a great storyteller, Dick Ware, he's a great storyteller, and it's great to get him on stage again and utilise his talents. And it was yeah, really quite interesting working with my old man actually on that. We wrote a story together, and you know, most of it he wrote really. I had some ideas and started it off, but really he's the person that knows how to make a story work. And we wanted to, I guess, provide something for the younger people. Not a lot of which could come to the shows necessarily, but you know, offer a story time for adults and for kids, really, with music. That was the way that we strung it all together this time. Had new people on board, people who hadn't worked with before, like Anna Coddington and L.A. Mitchell, and always wanted to work with Ricky Gooch, and you know, had been meaning to work with Rio for a long time,
And Loughton Cora joined you towards the end?
Yeah, Loughton joined us on the last small tour, and wow, he had a great song that he brought, and obviously his amazing dynamic performances and personality. I mean, he's a real talent, so we were lucky to have him on board, yeah, for that one.
In the States, you're starting to make a bit of a name for yourself. Your old friends, Flight of the Conchords, does it help that they've had national success in the US?
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, we're really proud of our friend Brett and our friends Brett and Jermaine, who've, you know, just blown up and done so very well everywhere, you know, and so we're really stoked. And you know, we haven't seen a lot of Brett because he's been so busy over the last few years, but yes, that's helped the Black Seeds, of course. You know, people look at Brett and Jermaine and say, what else have they done? And Brett was in the band for a long time, and a founding member, and a songwriter and a keyboardist for us.
Just relating to your dad, and obviously he was on the radio when you were growing up, would that being right? Yeah. Is there any influence he played on your career? And
for sure. Yeah, for sure. I guess the main influence is being younger and having a creative father who was making, you know, reading stories is one thing, but producing radio shows for children was another thing, and he produced drama for adults as well, and a bit of TV, Video Dispatch he was on, and you know, so he did all sorts. But being a young person around someone like that who has access to studios, and you know, it's a magical place, the studio, and he used to take me to the studio on the weekends, and you know, he'd work and I'd be kind of playing around with microphones and looking around, you know, and so that was really cool. And I just thought that most people's families were like that, to be honest, at the time. But looking back, it was a real privilege to be surrounded by talent and people with imaginations and skills in broadcasting.
Barnaby Weir, it's been a great honour and a pleasure. And I do congratulate you for everything you've done for New Zealand music.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Happy days.
Going.
Yep. Good luck for the gig tonight.